Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. All right, let's take a peek back at last season. 7-8-1. You mentioned it earlier. They were a few breaks away from being a playoff team. Hard to believe. But now you go into the offseason for the first time in a long time, Charles, with expectations going into next year.
And how excited is everyone to actually have expectations rather than being the laughing stock of the NFL? You just mentioned they went 7-8-1, 0-16 in 2017, so everyone will take that. But you're right. What's the next step? With Baker Mayfield at quarterback, they believe they can contend for a playoff spot next year. They still will need some help on the defensive end, but what a great place they've started. Myles Garrett at defensive end, Denzel Ward at cornerback, both of them going to the Pro Bowl this season.
And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Mayfield on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go play action. Mayfield. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins, 27 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, I.B. Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3, and it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, a 3rd team to win the year after losing a Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Second down, Mayfield is going to let this one go deep. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 43 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Following the interception, Mayfield going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught to Charles. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Now let's go.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So not the most convincing of kicks, but he got it to go.
Yeah, from a short distance, you expect a little bit more out of that kick, but the bottom line is what?
3 points.
3 points. Doesn't matter how it looked. It still counts the same.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
They run forward with a jive. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Wentz going to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Into the red zone. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end,
Third down.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On play action, Wentz. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Set. 3-19.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So the Eagle offense coming on here as they'll try for 2 points. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
On second down, Mayfield again. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go now.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
First down, Mayfield. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Gone!
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Room to run past midfield. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Wentz now on first down. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Lefty.
Play action. Now Wentz. He finds an opening past the 40. Wide open receiver complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Wentz on third down. And incomplete here on third down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Now Sproles. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run with Ajayi. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On play action, it's Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Ajayi. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Ajayi punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Jay Ajayi. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so. In this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball. Guys, we can't punt the ball away, but they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield flush to his right, drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But for this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A give. This is Chubb. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught to Charles. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Handoff comes to Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Corey Graham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
This is Ajayi. Ajayi, a first down and more. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Schobert, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to win at home. Boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.